Hello, welcome to Corks and
Hey.
Cauldron, where two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy books and theories. Today, we are both dying. We are both sick, so we
It's gonna
are
be great.
so sorry. Anyway, I'm Gabby. I'm on top of it. I've only had one drink today, so things are going great.
And I'm Jen. And today, instead of the Plated Prisoner series, we are going to talk about the Zodiac Academy series by Carolyn Peckham and Susanne Valenti. And yes, we do mean the entire series, plus the Ruthless Boys. And the other one is called Darkmoor, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Okay, when I say we, just so we know, it's me. Hi.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one's all you, girl.
But I do know that Gabby made herself a special drink.
I made myself a drink.
See, special?
In honor of Zodiac Academy and the trash TV that is this book series, and the fact that it's all centered around like college-aged kids.
Yes.
I am drinking a vodka and 7-Up, but I am drinking a sugar-free 7-Up because I am not college-aged and I need to watch my sugars. Yeah, it's I don't know, vodka until the ancestors whisper stop.
Yeah.
And then 7-Up until the cup is filled. So that
seems
is the
fair.
recipe. I would not shake it. I would not strain it. I would just add some ice to it and call it good.
I was just picturing shaking 7-Up.
What could go wrong?
I did not get a recipe for this, mostly because I can't find the one I want. I really want Geraldine's Buttery Bagels. If you've read anything up to book 4 in this series, you know what I'm talking about. I can't find it. Well, it's fine. There's other bonus episodes for this because this is definitely not a one episode series. But let's just go ahead and get started with what I have.
I think the buttery bagels are a euphemism for something else.
I didn't talk about a cream-filled cake, so we're good. So Zodiac Academy, according to Carolyn and Suzanne's website, is a dark bully male-female paranormal romance series which follows twins Tory and Darcy Vega, who find out that they're Fae and have to learn to harness their power while trying to defend their throne from the 4 heirs who want to claim it in their place. That's a lot of words. In all fairness, since I have not finished this series, I am currently reading books 8 and 8.5 concurrently because it makes sense to. I've never done a tandem read before, and I read on my Kindle, so it's weird as heck. But whatever. So we're not quite going to talk about all the series.
On this episode.
On this episode for sure. But like I said, since there are so many books, this is the first of a series of bonus chapters. So buckle up, booksties. It's going to be a ride. So the main series, Zodiac Academy, has 9 main books, 10 main books, because books 8 and 8.5 are actually considered full books. Wow. And then there are like 4 or 5 novellas that go with it, or just bonus chapters. It's a lot. And then there's also The Ruthless Fae, which is a 5-book prequel that's also set 5 years before. And there's the Darkmoor Penitentiary series, which is another sequel, but it's 5 years after the end of Zodiac Academy. So 5 years before Ruthless Boys, Zodiac Academy, 5 years after Darkmoor Penitentiary.
How does Zodiac Academy end?
Book 8.
I'm trying to remember where I ended this series.
Book 8.5 is a novella. So there are 9 books and 6 novellas in the Zodiac Academy series. There are no novellas for Ruthless Boys or Darkmoor Penitentiary.
I never want to hear anyone talk shit about Sarah J. Maas and her tandem reads or her novellas ever fucking again.
I will tell you guys that I have already read 18 of these books. Well, 14 books, 4 novellas from this series. And I thought that I hated this originally, so I want to be clear here that apparently I don't. Because
clearly not. Well,
I am that committed.
we're skipping ahead a little bit, but
That's
I have
okay.
feelings about this. What Zodiac Academy does to you is they end it on a fucking cliffhanger where you, like, the book ends and you look up and you're like, God damn it. I can't just stop here. I
Mhm.
have to know what happens to Seth or whoever. Like, I can't just.
Yeah.
It's the supernatural of books. Like, as the books go on, the more ridiculous it gets. It's charming and infuriating, and I loathe it and love it.
There's a lot of books, though.
There's so many
Anyway,
books.
each series, just so you guys know, since we just covered all the series and the time differences-ish between them, each series can be read alone, and there are no spoilers in any series for one of the other series. However, there are character crossovers and hints and clues and, little nuggets throughout the other book series.
I think just
Series, thank you. So if you keep an eye out for them, you see them. And since, like I already said, this is going to be one of a few bonus episodes on Zodiac Academy, we're just going to start with the world and the characters today and just see where that takes us.
I have so many feelings about
It's
Zodiac
okay.
Academy.
And we can hear them in a minute. Let me just give you a background of the world, because that's kind of a thing, and it doesn't actually take as long as the characters. Solaria is a mirror world of Earth that used to be run by King Hale Vega, but he and what we originally thought were his whole family, we being
The readers. Yeah.
His whole family were killed, but now the Celestial Council runs Solaria. The Celestial Council are the king's former advisors, so they already had a good idea of how to keep everything running smoothly and what was going on in their world. At the time of Zodiac Academy, the council's heirs, aka the Celestial heirs, are at Zodiac Academy learning all the magic and history that they're going to need to take over from their parents when it's time.
So, like, I think the main goal of the council, right, was they really didn't even want a single ruler.
Correct.
They wanted the world to be council run.
Yes.
Instead of one definitive ruler. So they were happy with that.
Yeah.
What we know in the beginning of the books.
Yep.
Yes. So
I will say that I thought it was odd that there was a group of 4.
Well, yeah, because you can't have a quorum that way.
Exactly. I would have needed 5.
It's either 3 or 5. You need
3
an
or
odd
5.
number. Yeah.
But it's not my world, so it's fine.
Whatever.
If you look at a map of Solaria, because I did look at a map of Solaria on the Zodiac Academy wiki, it's North America, which kind of tracks because the Vega twins are found in Chicago because that's where they've been living their whole lives as far as they know. And at the beginning of Book 1, The Awakening, the main places that are focused on in Zodiac Academy are the Academy itself and Takana, which is like a city outside of the Academy.
Sure.
By the way, guys, if you didn't already catch this when Gabby said it a minute ago, the Academy is basically a private college.
Essentially, it's like a secondary school.
Yeah, it's the best private college in all of Solaria. It's not the only one, but it's considered the best one. Yeah. And I think it's only because the heirs are there and the counselors all went there and the king went there too.
Yeah, it has a history of being, yeah.
It's like Harvard.
Yeah, it's the Ivy League of their school.
It's the Ivy League of academies.
Yeah.
So, but based kind of on the map that I was looking at, I would say that Zodiac Academy is in like New York.
Boston.
And everything, most of the stuff we're going to look at is taking place on the East Coast. So Zodiac Academy looks like it's in New York, New Jersey area. Takana looks like Vermont or Maine, just based on the pictures on the map. The Palace of Souls, which is where the rulers used to live.
Oh, yeah. I
so King Hale Vega and his wife, Marissa.
Sure.
Looks like it was in Illinois. And the Court of Solaria, which is where I believe the counselors meet in general. looks like it's in Ohio. Like the Palace of Souls and the court were like right next to each other on the map. There are slight differences when you look at a map of North America and a map of Celeria. So you're going to see some slight differences. Like the Great Lakes are all connected in Celeria.
I've never looked at a map of this. Like,
well,
I'm the worst fantasy reader.
I have two links on our show notes, which I will actually put in the show notes for people to look at if they want to, so that they can see the difference.
I never look at the maps in any of the books. It drives people nuts.
I mean, if you want to imagine it in your head and picture it the way you want to, don't look at the maps. It makes sense to me.
I don't even read maps in real life. Why would I read one for a fantasy book?
Okay. See, now, my husband loves maps. He is the navigator on every road trip, and I am the driver. It is a very weird thing because I think that I'm supposed to be the rider.
Well, according to societal norms.
Yes, and he's supposed to be the driver, but I can't stand it when other people drive. I mean, I can let other people drive. It's fine, as long as they're not scary.
Anyway, back to Celeria and how much I hate this freaking world.
So, like I said, we're going to put some maps in the show notes that you can link to. I used the Zodiac Academy wiki for a lot of this to help me out because, like I said, I'm on book 8. It's been a while since I read all the books. And when you're trying to describe someone or remember how little you can give because you know that there's a person that could be listening to this named Amy who is a good bookstie of yours and you don't want to spoil it for them.
We love you, Amy.
We love you, Amy.
Please keep listening.
Please don't stop listening, and I'll try not to spoil this for you. Yeah. Zodiac Academy gets a lot of hate from people.
Oh, no. Gabby. You're not skipping over Fae book, are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I'm sorry. With the similarities between Celeria and Earth, there are some knockoffs too, which are fantastic. I love it. Some of them are the laziest knockoffs. It's great. So, because Celeria is run by Fae, instead of having Facebook, they have Fae book.
I had to put the book down and walk away the first time I read that. Like, you didn't even try.
What?
And like, instead of
the FBI, they have the FIB.
Like what are you even doing? Like, and the bike names, because Tory steals bikes.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
We hear about that in the first book, so that's not really a spoiler.
No.
But like the bikes that they talk about in the books, it's like it was so annoying. I couldn't do it.
Hang on, I'm trying to remember what FIB stands for. Yeah, Fae Investigation Bureau.
Yep.
Instead of Federal Bureau of Investigation. There are other things that are just kind of funny. Like their STDs have unique names too. Vehicles have unique names. Phones.
Yep, the phones.
And tablets.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's
I thought it was funny because it's a little lazy, but at the same time, it's like, so you took enough time to point out to us that there are these differences.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked it. Did I mention that Zodiac Academy gets a lot of hate from people? Because it does.
Okay, it gets the same kind of hate that like The Real Housewives gets, or like Selling Sunset. It's trash TV in book form.
This is not trash. This is high quality literature.
Okay. You can't say that when I'm drinking.
Yes, I can. The biggest hate that they get is because either it's not written well, it's easy to figure out, the characters are just boring.
Look at you, Darcy.
I originally agreed with this, like the first 2 books, 3 books, or 4 books. I kind of agreed with that, especially since the first books, it barely seems like time is moving.
Yeah.
Like one book covered from the time they started school to not even what would have been Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they didn't even finish the school year.
Maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And it killed me. I was like, I can't do this. But like I said earlier, now that I put 16 in this show notes, but it is 18 books in. Oh, I'm committed now. I have to finish it. I need to know how these stories end, even though I probably know how they're going to end. I don't care. I still want to read it. And I want somebody to figure out what the hell Geraldine is talking about. Like, she's 50% of the time, I don't understand. I don't understand. But I love her.
She's my favorite character, for sure.
Yeah.
But she does have a peculiar way of talking.
She is unique.
Yep. Which I think is why I love. And she is very loyal.
And authentically herself, which
and authentically
we'll talk about.
herself. And I do love her for that.
Yeah. It's a frustrating series, guys. But it grows on you like
so
mold.
much.
And suddenly you're at work or you're doing something and then you're laughing because of something you read that either Seth or Leon did because it's funny. It just is. Or you see someone walking with violet hair and it makes you think of Elise, who is in Ruthless Fae. Ruthless Boys. It grows on you. And it's two sisters that are writing this.
Mm-hmm.
They're from England. And one sister writes specifically for one group of characters. And the other sister writes for the other characters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Does not mesh well in the brain, but okay.
In your brain? Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I was reading it, I was like, okay, some of it sounds a little different sometimes.
Right.
And then when I found out that it was the two sisters writing for two different groups, it made more sense. One of the things I really enjoyed about this is how much the stars play a big role in this book.
Zodiac of the Zodiac Academy.
It's the zodiac signs and the actual stars themselves.
Mm-hmm. The stars themselves are almost their own character.
Yes.
Really. Yeah.
They are. And it's fantastic. And I like the fact that not only do they have fated mates.
Okay, no need to use the quotes for that. That's a true
intentional
thing.
They have different star bonds with people. So I want to talk about those real quick because there are three kinds. The first one is the most common, which is called nebula allies. This star bond is friends who seem to understand each other basically from the get-go.
It's the BFFs of the world.
BFFs, booksties, soulmates. A nebula ally occurs when two Fae are born under the same conditions in the cosmic calendar. It's not going to be the same signs, but it could be the same time of day.
Yeah.
And the person that has the most of them in this series is actually Lance Orion.
I bet he hates that.
He does. I think no, technically all the celestial heirs are nebula allies. So there are four heirs.
I forgot about that.
They are nebula allies. This second kind of star bonds is Elysian mates.
That's the fated
AKA
mates.
fated mates. This person is your perfect match according to the stars. Most people don't find their mates though, and just end up with someone else.
Which is a bad thing. It's not settling.
No, it's not. It's just this person would have been your perfect match in every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for the lucky few people that do end up with their Elysian mate, you can tell this because after they've gone through all the tests that the stars are going to throw at them,
because the stars are
the stars are dicks, they create a divine moment for these two people. And then if they accept each other, their irises will have a silver ring around them.
And if they deny each other, it's
black.
That's right.
And then they're considered star-crossed, which doesn't happen very often.
Because because people who grew up in Solaria know about this, and they know that like even being presented the option of an Elysian mate is rare. And you should just kind of go with it, right? It's kind of like winning the lottery. You don't really say no to that.
Exactly. And then the third kind of star bond is the astral adversaries, which we don't see, I don't think, in Zodiac Academy.
I don't remember seeing it, but I haven't read the books in forever.
I haven't hit book 9 yet, and for all I know, Lionel is everybody's astral adversary because you can have more than one of these, but they're really rare because this is a bond of intense hatred between two people, which is why I say it wouldn't surprise me if Lionel had a couple of these.
Yeah.
They're more rare than Elysian mates. Some people can be lucky enough to have more than one. They are normally star signs that clash violently with each other, and their natal chart, which is like your birth chart, is actually the opposite of each other. Like one person will be born in the daytime, the other is born at night. Their energies are pulled from different sources, like one pulls from the moon and the other pulls from the sun. And even their elements are going to be opposing elements.
So like fire and water.
Yes.
Okay.
So unlike Elysian mates, these guys are fated to butt heads over and over and over again until one of them is destroyed.
So this is not like the friends you make because you both hate the same person.
No.
This is you hate that person and that person hates you.
And one of you will die.
The stars said so because the stars are dicks.
Yes.
Cool.
You see this in Ruthless Boys. There are two characters in it that are astral adversaries because their fathers were astral adversaries also.
So they didn't even have a chance.
So they actually inherited it. Yeah, it was terrible.
What a thing to inherit.
You don't like it?
I have enough adversaries on my own. I don't need fate to jump in with me.
And yeah, it's crazy. But it makes for good storytelling.
Does it though?
It does if you like reverse harems and Ruthless Boys. Then yes, it does.
I will say that the whole series, I will rate this a 5 out of 5 peppers. Like,
yes, it is a very spicy series.
It does take a few books to get into that. I feel like I don't remember.
There's
in the first book.
In the first book,
really?
Yes,
I haven't read it in forever, so
it has been a while. Yeah, let's go back to our deep dives. So, like I said already, today, instead of doing a deep dive into the actual books, we're just going to talk about the main characters and some background about them.
So would it be safe to say that we're going to do our best to keep this spoiler-free?
I'm going to do my best to keep this spoiler-free, Amy.
Looking at you, girl.
Looking at you. Honey, I'm trying.
We're so sorry if we fail.
Okay, so I keep saying Amy's name. Here's the thing. I am in a book group called Book Besties or Us on Facebook, and it is by invite only. There are a lot of ladies on here that love Zodiac Academy, and I went onto our page because they know that I am doing a podcast with Gabby, and said, hey, we're going to do a bonus episode on Zodiac Academy. Can you guys give me some ideas for, maybe
like what you want to hear,
what you want
to talk about? Yeah.
And a couple of the girls were really nice and gave me some ideas, like Court, who gave me the suggestion for the Would You Rathers. But Amy, who is an actual in real life friend of mine and works at the same company that I work at, said, I have never read Zodiac Academy. So two of the other ladies shipped her some books.
Oh, that was nice of them.
They're really, this group is really sweet. And so she started reading those, but then she was like, hey, what order should I be reading these in?
Good fucking luck figuring that out.
So it's going really well for her right now. But they gave me some ideas for what to talk about, and they also really encouraged, we don't nag on anybody for whatever their book choices are. I'm not going to yuck your yum. You like whatever you like.
There's so many books out in the world.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, it may not be for me. Like, I'm not a big dark romance girly, but you enjoy it.
Apparently I do, yeah.
Lights Out and like Butcher and the Blackbird is about as dark as I'll get. Like, you like dark romance, and I don't really. Like,
yeah.
That just means we're not swapping books all the time.
No.
But we
do have series. We have books that cross over with each other. Clearly, because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So, Playing Prisoner, Throne of Glass, pretty much anything Sarah J. Maas, it's fine.
Let people read what they want to read.
Yeah.
As long as everything's, I can't even say that. I was going to say as long as everything's consensual, but like dark romance doesn't believe in that.
As long as you're consenting with the author, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
As long as the trigger warnings don't hurt you.
And like, not everyone's going to like Sarah J. Maas either.
No.
That's fine. Her writing is not for everybody. I also like Stephen King. Stephen King is not for everybody.
I like Stephen King.
Yeah, but I will admit, sometimes his writing is like, okay, we get it. We don't need 7 pages describing the the wallpaper. Let's move on.
And I like fantasy books like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and the Dragon Riders of Pern from Anne McCaffrey.
And I've never really read any of those series.
Nope.
Yeah. But there's no spice in those. So they are on my TBR.
True.
I do want to read them. I need to go into it with like a TOG mindset where there's no spice, you know? So but anyway, Zodiac Academy has
back
plenty
to my
of spice.
point. Since we're not going to do a deep dive into the books and we're going to talk about the main characters, this was a suggestion that was given to me too, is just kind of focus on characters for a little bit and then maybe go into the books on another episode.
Amy, how fast of a reader are you? How fast can we go through these?
Actually.
Okay.
Oh. Main characters from Zodiac Academy, because I'm not going to cover Ruthless Boys today, just because, are Darcy Gwendolina Vega.
Hate that name.
Daughter of Hale and Marissa Vega, who are the former king and queen of Solaria. She is the twin sister to Tory Vega. As an infant, Darcy and her sister were placed with a mortal family as changelings just before their parents were killed. Actually, their whole family was killed.
They are the secret twins.
The surprise twins.
Yeah.
That have been missing for 18 years.
Dead. Yep.
They lived in the mortal realm in Chicago until they were taken to the Zodiac Academy in book 1, The Awakening.
Like literally that book is about kidnapping them and taking them to Zodiac Academy.
I mean, kidnapping is a strong word.
It's not. That's what happened.
He gave them a choice. He just didn't really give them other options. It was, you're going to go with me here. Right? Right? So.
Yeah, and then he whatever.
He didn't use coercion on him because they were in the mortal world.
Okay.
So, I mean, he could have probably, but it doesn't say that he did. It
wouldn't have been as strong. Yeah.
Yeah. Darcy is the younger of the two twins. She was born at 11 minutes and 3 seconds past midnight. Why is this important? I can't remember, but they cover it.
So it's got to be
something about
somewhere.
prime numbers and your star sign and your birth chart. She has all 4 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and ends up being part of the Air House, which is also called House Air at the Zodiac Academy. Darcy has olive green eyes, bronze skin, and full lips. The descriptions of the twins reminded me of Italians.
Yeah. Yeah, just pretty Italians.
Really pretty Italian girls. Throughout the books, she's described as
they grew up in
hot.
Chicago.
Yeah.
The Italian mob. So.
Or Mediterranean even, but yeah. Throughout the book, she's described as hot and beautiful with a slim hourglass figure.
Of course she is, because she's 18.
Yeah. And in the first book, she has brown hair with blue tips. Eventually, she decides to color all of it blue because Lance tells her that if she does it, it means she likes him, and blue reminds him of her.
Barf.
And she ends up keeping this color throughout the series, at least throughout the books that I've read. She is a Gemini, just like her sister.
Twins.
Because they're twins, and they're identical. Her first friend at Zodiac Academy is Diego Polaris, who is a very weak Fae, and also happens to be in her house. So they're both in House Air, and he's kind of a dick.
I liked him.
I love-hate with him.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
But I also figured out spoilers for him.
Yeah, I remember you messaging me. Yeah,
so
we can leave it at that. Yeah,
that's all we're going to say about that.
Yeah, so that I don't know if we need a spoiler on that one. We didn't really spoil anything.
Well, no spoilers for that. Yeah. He is I thought he was kind of a dick. He does end up being a nice guy, but
I thought he was just lost. A lost boy.
He was a lost puppy. He wasn't a puppy, guys, just so we're clear. We don't actually know. No. He did not have an
order.
And also, we are not covering Darcy or Tory's orders.
That's a huge
because
spoiler.
They come up later in the books, and they are a huge spoiler.
Yeah. But if you have thoughts or ideas, drop a comment.
Absolutely.
We would love your fan theories.
And if you know what it is, you can still drop a comment on Spotify. That's fine.
Please comment on our stuff. We're funny.
Yeah. Or even, send us a message. You can message us on Facebook.
Yep. Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah. Tori, Roxania Vega.
I hate both of their names.
So Gwendolina and Roxania are their Fae names, just so you guys know. Darcy and Tori are their human names.
Yeah.
So, like Darcy, Tory is the daughter of Hale and Marissa Vega. Tory is the older twin, born at 3 minutes and 11 seconds past midnight.
No, wait.
So her sister was born at 11 minutes
11
and 3
minutes,
seconds.
3 seconds. Okay.
She was born at 3 minutes 11 seconds. She also has all 4 elements and chose.
I just want to explain the elements things a little bit. Like having all 4 elements is incredibly rare in Zodiac Academy.
It's the first time
it's happened.
Since, in written history.
Since their parents, right?
Nope.
No,
even their
not
parents
even their
did
parents.
Not.
Yeah.
In written history. So they're very powerful, Fae.
And even like the heirs only have 2
each
at most. So it's very common to have power over one element.
Yes.
Like you have your favorite element. It's not super uncommon.
Or it's a little
to have 2. It's a little bit more mainstream.
Yeah.
But to have 3 or more, to have 3 is almost unheard of. To have 4 is unheard of.
Yes.
Like no one has 4 until the twins show up.
Until these 2 girls show up. And because they have so much power, the principal of the school won't allow both of them to be in the same house. Don't do it.
Because it's Harry Potter and they have houses with point systems. They can't have the twins who have elemental powers and all 4 elements in the same houses. So now, Darcy is in air and Tory is in fire.
Fire, yes. Which is called Ignis House. House Ignis for Tory. Normally, when you're put into a house, you don't pick your house. Normally, you're in whatever element you're awoken to. Because they have something called the Awakening at the beginning of the school year. They awaken all of their powers when they turn 18, and you find out, what your element is. So it's very exciting for people to have more than one. And the description of it's kind of cool in the series. It's almost like finding your wand in Harry Potter.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll be nice there and say that. Tory is again identical to her sister in looks.
Not in
apart from their hair.
Yeah. That's really their only identifying
feature. Yeah. Well, and later on Tory gets tattoos, which kind of sets them apart.
Yeah.
But Tory does leave her hair brown.
And she's also a Gemini because
weird, right?
They're
that the twins are Geminis.
Yeah.
Lance O'Ryan, which is the first Fae we meet outside of Darcy and Tory, is a vampire. That is his order. He is a professor of cardinal magic at Zodiac Academy and the coach of the pitball team, which they'll go into later about pitball. He is also the guardian of Darius Acrux. He is an alcoholic.
No.
He's not an alcoholic?
I mean, they portray him as an alcoholic. He portrays himself as an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually an alcoholic.
Probably not. He is, however, a practitioner of dark magic.
So let's talk about that for a little. Well, we're going to talk about that more later on, right?
We can. Yeah.
I mean, we can go, okay, let's do a general overview, right? So we're in this magical Fae world, right? Where everything is ruled by the stars, everything is ruled by the zodiac, everything is ruled by magic.
Magic.
And so, of course, with any magic, there's going to be good magic and dark magic, right? And so dark magic is obviously very frowned upon. It's not something that they don't teach it in the academy. They don't teach it out of the schools. Parents don't really talk about it. It's kind of like the fairy tale to keep kids in line,
Yes. And the nymphs are too.
Yes. We can touch on the nymphs a little bit if you want. The nymphs are, how...
non-magic magic folk.
Non-magic magic folk. That's the best way to describe them.
They, in order for them to have magic,
they have to siphon it.
Steal it.
Yeah.
From someone else.
They're ticks of magic.
Yeah. Parasites.
It's tick season in Nebraska.
And they're giants.
I have ticks on the mind.
They're not like little guys, just so you know. They're fucking scary in their order form. Which
this is so dumb.
Is an order form.
But I always pictured them as like the walking trees. And
yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Same here. Yeah.
I thought it was
exactly how I did.
Okay. So those are nymphs, and dark magic is dark magic. And unless you're a witch in today's world, we don't allow it. Yeah?
Because dark magic bad.
Right. Okay. So, back to Lance.
Back to Lance. As of the first few books, we know he has 2 Nebula allies, Gabriel Knox and Francesca Skye. Francesca Skye works for the FIB and is a Cyclops.
Former friend. Oh, yeah. Yep.
That is her order form. Gabriel Knox ultimately ends up working at the Zodiac Academy as one of the teachers.
Right. I'm trying to remember his order.
And he is a harpy.
That's right.
So he's got wings, guys.
Yeah.
He's got wings. And he's also he is a seer. And he is a very strong seer, which we're going to find out later.
But that's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. From the get-go, we know that he's a strong seer.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a
reputation
dick.
Precedes him. Like when they introduce him, they're like, "This is Gabriel the Seer," you know.
Yeah.
Like, and Lance wants so bad to be the bad boy.
He does.
He wants so bad to be ignored and to like be the rebel.
He sucks at it so bad.
It's because he's a Libra and he believes in like equality and justice in the world, and it's hard to be a bad boy and keep everything fair.
Yeah.
Right? So
his elements are air and water. And he is described as tall. Tall, guys. It gets better. With dark eyes, brown hair, and a carefully styled beard. He is a metro boy. I don't care what you tell me. He has a single dimple on his cheek and is 6'7".
6'7".
That is
just
taller than
too
Jared
tall.
Padalecki.
That's just too tall.
I think Jared Padalecki is like 6'6". How tall is Jared? I can't spell his last name. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Jared
Padalecki is 6'4", guys.
So 6'7" would tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how tall is Darcy? Do we know that?
Darcy is 5'8".
Okay, so she's taller than me.
She's my height.
Okay.
Yeah.
Compared to a 6'7". That's Lorcan in a lead.
That's like a foot.
That's Lorcan in a lead.
I mean, that's more than Lorcan in a lead because Elite is like not 4 foot, like 5'2".
Okay, so there's our token Throne of Glass reference in this episode.
So he has a Leo mark on his forearm. I'm picturing it right before your elbow on the inside that binds him to Darius Acrux, like I said already, as his guardian. That is a weird relationship that will get covered in the books. Guardians are odd.
It's a weird relationship. Their relationship works really well.
It does.
But it does not always.
No, yeah.
Yep, we'll get into that.
He takes Darcy as his source in the first book, and a source is...
Because he's a vampire.
Because he's a vampire, he has to feed.
On blood.
On blood, and the source is the Fae that he feeds off of exclusively. So no one else can feed off of her. It becomes a thing later on, but that's okay.
It becomes a major thing later on because...
Freaking weird-ass vampires.
Tori also becomes someone's source, and we'll get to that when we introduce that character. But yeah.
And like Gabby said already, he is a Libra.
Fucking Libras, man.
So the next character we have is Darius Acrux, who is a dragon for his order. He is a celestial heir and general pain in the ass.
He's the fucking worst.
He really
hated this guy.
He is described as very tall, over 6'6".
Okay, but we just had a 6'7".
But Orion is 6'7" and is just described as tall. Yeah. With extremely broad shoulders and stacked muscles. His hair is jet black and just long enough that it shadows his eyes.
Barf.
He has many tattoos I could not spell clearly. One is a Libra mark that binds him to Lance Orion, his guardian. His elements are fire and water. And at the beginning of the first book, he is the head of the Ignis house, which is where
the fire
Tory
house goes. Yep.
And he really just tortures the twins in the first books, along with the other celestial heirs. And he is a Leo.
Okay. So...
Oh, I want to point out that a Libra is a water sign, and a Leo is a fire sign.
Correct. However, Darius's elements are fire and water, and I think it's really interesting that he's got two contradicting
elements.
Powers. Yeah, yeah. Because that's normally you don't see that, right?
No.
Like normally you see like earth and air go together fire really well. Yeah, yeah. So it's interesting that he's got two contradicting Does that come up later in the books?
I don't think it ever comes up as being something unusual. So
full disclosure, guys, I did not. I think I stopped at like book 7, maybe, and I was just like, I cannot do this anymore. Okay, I stopped at book 6, I guess. But yeah, when we first meet him, he is. All of the heirs are dicks, but he takes the cake.
He really does.
He is the worst. Yeah.
The next heir that we're going to talk about is Max Rigel.
I always liked Max.
He is a siren.
That's why I liked him.
Celestial heir, head of House Aqua. Max is described as a dark-skinned demigod having a mohawk. That is his whole description.
I love it so much. He's just so, like, under the radar, you know? Like...
He is drawn a lot as black, which makes perfect sense to me.
Dark skin, yeah.
Because they call him dark-skinned, and he's not, like, golden-skinned or bronze-skinned.
Or bronze-skinned, yeah.
He's dark.
Dark-skinned.
Like Darius, he does have tattoos. His elements are water and air. And he's probably my favorite character in the whole series. And he's a Pisces. He's probably my favorite character because he's really under, like, he just flies under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
He's an air and he's supposed to be a dick. So sirens feed off of emotions, just so you guys know. It's how they keep their order flow topped off. High emotions,
right? Like,
yes.
So we're talking like anger, lust,
pain,
any of those, like high emotions, not just I'm hanging out today
and bored.
Yeah.
And he can control emotions too. He can get in and read your mind and amplify any emotion that you've got going on, which is kind of fucked up, but I liked it.
A little bit.
I think he's the best of the celestial heirs.
What do you mean by best? Do you think he's the best, like, leadership quality? Do you think he's the best
Fae
person as general, like in general?
Yeah, in general, he's just the best.
The least dickish.
Yes. He's still a dick. Don't get me wrong. He's just the least.
Yeah. The least dickish. Okay.
Yes.
I liked Caleb. And I know Caleb has his own quirks.
That's because Caleb's a Taurus.
Listen, us Tauruses have to stick together because everyone else is always wrong.
All right. But Max is just kind of understated. But we get to see a lot about him in the later books.
He gets more page time.
He gets more page time. In the beginning, it's just really him being a sidekick.
Yeah, he's just... He was never going to, like, rule the world, you know?
No.
Like, he didn't have a strong personality in the early books.
No. But it develops more later, which is good.
It just kind of, like, they needed someone to throw in with the heirs, you know? And they just picked him. Kind of. That's kind of the vibe I got. Is like, we need 4 people, so here, have a Max.
Now we're going to talk about your favorites, Caleb Altair. He is a vampire, a celestial heir, head of the House Terra, which is House Earth. Caleb is described as having blonde, short, curly hair, styled to look messy. He has dark blue eyes and light skin colors, and a chiseled body. He is often described as handsome or hot.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, in my brain, Caleb and Lance look a lot alike. In my brain.
But Lance
even though
is
one's
dark
blonde
hair.
And one's dark. Yeah, I know, but
they're both pretty boys. Like, let's call them what they are. They're just pretty boys.
Yeah. So he takes Tory as his source.
And they have a whole thing later on.
There's a thing on Facebook about them, which is great. And his elements are earth and fire.
Mm-hmm.
And like I already said, he's a Taurus. So, and Taurus is an earth element. The reason I'm pointing this part out is a lot of the times when you have your awakening, if you only have one element, it is usually the one tied to your zodiac sign.
So, like, as a Taurus, if I only had one, it would probably be earth.
And I'm an Aries, and mine would be fire.
Right.
I'm really angry, too. But we'll get to that. Seth Capella is the next heir.
I hated this guy. I always hated him.
Seth is a werewolf, a celestial heir, the head of House Heir. He has long chestnut hair and brown eyes. He is described in the books to be handsome. His body is well trained and muscular, and his elements are air and earth. He is an Aquarius.
Okay, I don't have anything against Aquarius. My boyfriend is an Aquarius. Seth, just the way that he was written, he reminds me of like the guys in high school that would just never take anything seriously and would always be fucking around. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
he never took anything seriously. He's the worst.
See, I didn't hate Seth.
I hated Seth.
Okay. I wasn't a huge Caleb fan just because he was a spoiled rich kid.
He is a spoiled rich kid, but he was.
But they all are. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I would put Caleb over Seth any day of the week.
I just put Max above all the other three, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Max was the most down to earth. Like Max was the least like concerned about everything. Darius had a lot of pressure from his parents and everyone. Yeah. So
who we're actually going to talk about, guys.
But let's talk about Geraldine first.
Geraldine's order is a Cerberus. She is the daughter of Hamish Bruce, who was King Hale Vega's top advisor and best friend.
BFFs.
Which we will find out later. He was not included on the council because he was such a big supporter of Hale.
Yeah, and he really wanted to keep the royal family line going. Yeah, he was not about having the council ruled world. He was not about that.
Geraldine's biological mother passed away when she was young. At Zodiac Academy, she's the president of the Almighty Sovereign Society.
The ASS Society.
For short. And she is the Earth back for the Pitball team. We are not talking about Pitball today other than the fact that it is a game that's played in Solaria.
Yeah.
Geraldine is described as being tall for a girl, so about 6 feet tall, with a lean, muscular body, long chestnut hair, and big breasts. They talk about her breasts
so much.
All the time.
They spend so much time talking about them.
And her petunia.
Oh, her petunia. I forgot about that.
Anyway, your lady petunia. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is described as beautiful and hot.
They all are. They're all just attractive. It's
a book. It's okay, guys. Well, we know it's fantasy.
Reality TV.
Fair. She is an unusual character. Eccentric.
People either hate her or love her, and I am in the love her camp.
I love her too. She's fantastic. She is fiercely loyal, especially to the Vega twins, and anyone that's her friend, really. If you insult her friends,
you insult
her because she is going to go off on you. And you're not going to understand half of what she says, guys.
Just roll with it. Just
roll with it. Her elements are earth and water, and she is a Scorpio. And those are all the students that we're going to actually talk about, and Lance. The other person that we're going to talk about is Lionel Acrux, because he is a dick and a dragon.
I hate him so much.
He is the father of Darius and Xavier Acrux, and the husband of Catalina Acrux. In the first books, he's a member of the Celestial Council. Lionel is similar to Darius in appearance, according to the books. Although the angles of his face are sharper, he's tall and broad and has blonde hair instead of dark hair. You find out from the beginning that this guy is sus as fuck. And he is the villain in the series. He's the main villain. I'm not going to warn you about this as a spoiler. Like I said, even in the first book, he's just a dick, guys. And his elements are fire and air. And of course, he's a fucking Aries. Yeah.
My character is better than your character.
Yeah. I do want to talk about the Celestial heirs because I keep referencing them. Max, Caleb, Seth, and Darius are the Celestial heirs. They are the Celestial Counselors' firstborn children.
They're all men, all boys.
Which isn't, they could have been girls too, because
I think it's just
the counselors really are male and female. They have been trained for years to take up their post after their parents are done. And instead of being awakened at 18 like normal, they were awakened at 15 so that they could have more years to practice and perfect their abilities. Because in order to take over their positions, they're going to have to defeat their parents.
Yep.
To prove that they're stronger.
It's not a fight to the death, though.
No.
Right? It's just a defeat. Okay.
Correct. Except for Lionel, because fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Much like Midas. Much like Midas. Anyway, they are constantly in the spotlight and under a lot of pressure from their parents to be the best at everything that they do.
Yeah.
And when the Vega twins are discovered,
ruin everything. Yeah.
Their parents command them to do anything and everything in their power to make them give up their throne. Because one of the ways that Lance Orion got the Vega twins to come to the Zodiac Academy is telling them, hey, you guys are royalty.
Like you have an obligation to
You're
come.
magic. You have an obligation to come if you want to take the throne. And by the way, we're going to pay for your college.
Yep. Everything's paid for.
Everything's paid for. You have money, allowance. Just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Like, and so these girls are living in squalor. They have nothing because they've been in the foster care system their whole lives. And they're sharing Tory,
like a studio apartment.
Yeah.
In like the slums of Chicago.
Yes.
Tory is stealing motorcycles and cars to survive. He is
selling, like she would find stuff and sell it.
Like flip it. Yeah.
She was flipping stuff.
Yeah.
And so their lives weren't great beforehand. And the biggest pull that they had to come over here was, you're going to have money. Because what they understood was, yes, they're royalty, but no, they don't have to take the throne. Because that's the way that Lance kind of presented it for them.
Yep.
They don't find out until later that in order to be here, they're going to need to try and take the throne.
Well, this is their world. They need to know how it works. Whether they have the throne or not, they do need to know how the laws and the rules work.
Yeah. And the Celestial Heirs are going to torture, tease, harass
emphasis on torture
to get them to give up the throne. And they feel like they're a threat to their rule. They really treat the girls like shit. Yeah. Like really, really badly. Like,
yeah.
So these are the
bullies.
Yes, they are bullies. And these are the main characters of the book. There are other characters like Xavier Acrux.
Yeah, I do like Xavier.
What is his name? The boy that does the Fae book stuff all the time. Tyler something.
Yeah.
I am on the Zodiac Wiki, guys, just so you know. I'm going to look it up. Tyler Corbin.
Which is like a painfully human name.
It really is.
Not that Caleb isn't, I guess, or Seth isn't.
Yeah.
But something about Tyler just feels painfully human.
It does. I just want to explain the orders.
So the orders, when we say orders, each Fae, so like Darcy, Seth, all of those guys have a secondary form, I guess is what I'll say.
Yes.
And it's whatever form they take is their order. So if it's a vampire like Caleb, their order is vampire. Harpy like Gabriel, he
can change into that form.
Mm-hmm.
Max is a werewolf. Yeah. Oh yes, there's 3 different categories of orders: Divisius, Tania, and Mutatio. I know I did not say one of those correctly, just so you know. The Devices is known as a spliced order. They're able to maintain human-like characteristics in their mutated forms. So that would be like a Medusa with snake hair.
A Cyclops maybe with one eye.
A Cyclops with one eye. A Centaur. That's going to keep their human body and
then have a horse body.
Have a horse body. A harpy. A sphinx. A minotaur.
Okay.
So those are Divisus. Not good at saying these names. Tania orders are parasitic orders.
Vampires
and sirens.
Yep. They feed off of someone else or something else.
And they maintain their human forms. Really, the only thing that changes is on a vampire, they get sharpie teeth. And a siren gets scales like a mermaid. And not over their whole body, but just over parts of it.
Yeah.
So, and then there's the Mutatios, which are the mutating orders. So
they completely change. There's no humanoid fact, like nothing. They full on turn into a dragon or
a manticore or a griffin or a werewolf, a Cerberus, a Pegasus, which is, I kind of love the Pegasus. I do
too. Pegasus feed on rainbows, right? Clouds. They feed on clouds, which is just, it's like feeding on cotton candy.
Yeah. There's also a Nemean lion, which Leon right. from Ruthless Boys is a Nemean lion.
Okay.
And he also happens to be a Leo. So Leon the Leo is a lion. Too much, guys. Too much. An eagle, a chimera, a basilisk, a Monolorean bear, a hydra, and a Tiberian rat. But these are all the different orders. Well, I didn't list all the orders because there's a lot, guys.
Those are the main orders. But those are like the main ones. The most common.
Yeah. So
there's different levels of commonality. Like vampires and werewolves are a dime a dozen.
And like Pegasus are super common.
Yep. Dragons are a little bit more rare, but still not super rare.
Right. And there's different types inside of them too. So like there's a dragon that shoots fire, which is what most of the dragons are. There are special dragons that do other things, like control the weather and shoot lightning or water.
Amy, or things like that. Let us know when we can talk about this.
I like that each order has something specific that they have to do in order to replenish their magic. So like a werewolf has to be out in the moon in their werewolf form.
Guess what dragons do?
A vampire has to drink blood.
And dragons
collect hordes of treasure.
It's so and
they
funny.
have to have it on them.
They have to have like hordes of gold on or around them.
And Darius is probably the funniest dragon for me because he sees treasure and he's like,
yep. He's the spoiled rich boy. Yeah.
And he does it a lot, which I know we talked about how Darius is kind of a dick, but he grows on you like mold. But this is one of his quirks that's really funny.
And it's due to his order, right? Like he doesn't really have any control over it. But it is kind of funny to be like, you can just flash a gold coin in front of him and get him to do whatever you want.
There's actually a scene in one of the books where they lay out like treasure to try and capture him, guys. It's funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And I know that's kind of a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler because I'm not telling you why they did it.
We didn't go into details or anything, but
the sirens, like we said before, feed off of emotions. Vampires feed off of blood. But for the vampire, though, the person the faith that they're feeding off of actually has to be full on their magic powers, or else it doesn't really help the vampire because the blood itself is not really.
They're feeding on blood. It's feeding on the power.
They're taking the power from them. Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of like a nymph.
A little bit.
But it's acceptable.
They're just rich nymphs.
So, and then I'm trying to remember. Oh, I like the Pegasus because when they're excited, glitter just kind of falls off of them.
I know. It's great.
And it's super exciting.
They're a very passive order.
But cheerful.
So cheerful.
And very open.
Yes.
Also, nudity is kind of a normal thing because of these mutated orders. People are just used to it. But if you come from Chicago, you are not used to it. It's a little bit of a shock.
Yeah.
And a lot of the orders, well, not a lot of the orders, I'm sorry. Some families, in order to keep their orders pure, will choose to mate with other people from the same order. Like
so dragons and dragons.
Lionel Acrux, his wife Catalina is also a dragon.
I think Seth's parents are both werewolves. I don't think Caleb's parents are the same.
I know his mother's a vampire. I don't honestly know what his father is.
Do we even find out a lot about his father?
They talk about his dad a little bit. I know that his uncle is also a vampire, so it would not surprise me if his father is as well. His mother, Melinda, is actually the council member. We don't actually hear about his father.
The father.
His name is Oscar.
As Oscar the vampire.
So maybe he could be a vampire, but he might not be. So.
Because it's the strongest member that's on the council, right? The strongest member of that family. So like.
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually the strongest member of that order.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry.
His mother, Melinda,
vampire
is the strongest vampire. And Lionel is the strongest dragon. Max's father is the strongest siren. Seth's mother.
It's his mother.
Is the strongest werewolf. But these guys are definitely alphas. And you'll see it all over the pages. It's great.
It's a bully romance. I mean, you have to be okay with bully romance to read these.
Yeah. So
that's the order. Those are
the orders.
The main characters.
Yes.
There's a ton more characters because again, it's 75 books. So
maybe not 75, but pretty close.
It's 20 books. So
yeah. And then I think that they're even writing more. I know that they've written other series, but they don't necessarily go with the Zodiac Academy.
I don't know if I can read their other series. Like, I want to read more of Raven Kennedy's series because I really like her writing. I don't know if I could do more Zodiac Academy writing.
All right. Oh, I want to touch on one other character because he's going to be important in my Would You Rathers. Let's talk about Professor Washer for a minute.
He's so pervy.
And that's why we need to talk about him for a second. So, Professor Washer is a professor at the Zodiac Academy. He is also a siren. I don't remember his first name. Oh, God.
Did we ever learn it?
We have to because he's got to be in here somewhere. I'm trying to look at the characters and I can't find him. Brian. What?
Brian Washer?
Yeah. He is a professor at the Zodiac Academy. He's a siren. He has one element, and it is water. And he's cringy, guys. He's gross.
He's the worst.
He tends to teaches the water element class so that people can work on their magics and learn more. And it is done in the water. And he wears a Speedo.
The whole time. Every time.
The whole time. And even when he's not in the water, he's like orange from tanning so much. And he wears, the 70s gear. I know some of you guys are too young to understand what I'm talking about. But it's like the shirt that's like a V-neck down to your belly button almost. And super tight pants that are pleather. And just... he's gross, guys.
He's pervy.
And he's not young, okay? He's not like Lance Orion or Gabriel Knox, who are about 5 years older than these guys, which would put him in their mid-20s.
Like fresh out of college age. Yeah.
He's probably in his 50s.
Yeah. At least.
And he uses his siren power grossly. Like
remember, siren powers amplify emotions or manipulate emotions.
Yes. And he tries to use that a lot. And it's gross, guys. It's nasty.
With all that being said,
let's go to a Would You Rather. Are you ready?
No.
Great. Would you rather have to be in a hot tub with Washer or be stuck at dinner with Lionel Crux?
I would rather be stuck at dinner.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can ignore someone at dinner much easier than I can ignore them at a hot tub.
That's fair.
All right. Get food out of it.
True. And it might even be good food because it's Lionel.
It might even be good food. Yeah. He's a rich prince.
And he's rich. So
yeah.
He does have a hoard.
Yeah. Because he's a dragon.
He's a dragon. So.
What about you?
Can I do neither?
You got to pick a struggle. Okay.
I would probably take dinner too because there's food involved and there might be chocolate.
At the very least, there's probably wine or some sort of booze to like make it a little bit easier.
Yeah. And I would just have to have a shower and then another shower and probably a third shower.
But you know what? There's not a lot I wouldn't do for a hot tub right now.
Except for sitting in it with Washer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be afraid he was going to take off his Speedo.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Would you rather spend an evening with Lance at the library or an evening on the back of a motorcycle with Darius?
It's got to be Darius.
Really?
Yep. I can't. I just can't.
Is it because it's Darius or because it's the motorcycle?
It's because it's Lance. And I do like motorcycles. I do like motorcycles too. My brother used to ride a Harley. My dad used to ride a Harley.
Yeah.
I like motorcycles, and plus he might stop for food. And unlike the Vega twins, he's not a vegan or a vegetarian.
Yep. So there's that.
It's vegetarian, I think, because they eat
Eggs.
Do they?
No.
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Fine.
I
What
would
about
do
you?
Lance in the library.
You would,
Nope.
wouldn't you?
I would hang out with Lance in the library. Well, here's the thing. With the library, you're not supposed to talk. So, like, let me read my books in peace.
Yes, but his order would allow him to whisper to you quietly. Yeah. I'm sorry. Guys, I don't know if you're catching this, but I'm not a Lance fan.
I wanted so much to like Lance. I really did.
He's not terrible, but I just don't like him very much. It's fine. I don't have to.
We won't get into it until later on. We'll have more episodes because this is like barely scratching the surface of Zodiac Academy. So yeah.
We didn't talk about Leon, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Well, we kind of talked about Leon. Would you rather go on a heist with Leon or visit the moon with Seth?
I would go on a heist with Leon before I went fucking anywhere with Seth.
I would like to go with Leon.
You have a crush on Leon.
I do. Leon is from the Ruthless Boys.
He's also in Zodiac Academy.
He is in Zodiac Academy much later in the book. Well, yeah, later in the books. And he is just such a golden retriever.
He is.
I don't care that he's a lion. For me, Leon is a green flag.
Yes. Everything about him is a green flag.
I know that he's a spoiled rich boy.
Who isn't in the series?
But he makes me happy. He thinks about other people. And
he's another one of those like fiercely protective.
Yeah.
He has his pride.
Grossly misunderstood. Because everybody thinks everything he does is selfish, which 85% of it is. But he sees things that other people don't and realizes things other people don't.
He's smart.
Yeah.
And I just hate Seth. So
fair. And we would both go with Leon. So let's just hope we don't get arrested.
Okay. Would you rather eat sushi with Caleb or buttery bagels with Geraldine?
I do like sushi. However, I think I would rather hang out with Geraldine.
I think I would do Geraldine too. I think I would hang out with Geraldine too. She would be my pick. She's more authentic.
Yeah.
She's funnier.
Yeah.
And I don't like sushi, so I'd prefer the bagels.
Really?
Yeah.
I like sushi. That was my whole story.
That's period, end of sentence. Moving on.
Yeah. If you could have any elemental magic, which would you choose?
I'm a Taurus. I like my earth magic. I like feeling grounded.
Yeah.
So I would stick with the earth, I think.
Would you have a second one?
If I could pick two, I would stick with earth and then probably fire.
Okay.
You can do a lot of damage and cleansing with fire. What about you?
I would be a white choose. If I had to choose, it would be fire and probably air.
You think so?
Yeah, because I would like to be able to fly.
Sure, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. What about an order form? If you could be any order form. But you can only pick one of these, guys.
Yeah. Orders are orders.
Orders are orders.
Crossing over on the orders.
Right.
I don't know. I like the idea of dragon, and I also like hoarding gold. So you wouldn't know that if you looked at my checking account, but in theory, I like hoarding gold. I'm a horse person, so I like Pegasus. Okay. I don't know. Maybe a Medusa. I would turn people to stone for looking at me weird.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do Medusa. What would you be?
Get that snake for hair. I kind of like the idea of being a Sphinx because they recharge their magic by reading.
I forgot about Sphinx.
So, well, you probably didn't know a whole lot about Sphinx.
I didn't know a whole lot about them, yeah.
That one's kind of covered more in Ruthless Boys than it is in Zodiac Academy. Okay. So, but also, I think I would like to be something that flies.
That'd be fun.
So,
dragon, Pegasus.
A Pegasus probably, or a harpy.
Harpy.
Yeah. There is a quiz where you can find out what your order form is. Hold on.
We can also do a poll on the show.
Yes.
Through Spotify, if you guys want to vote for who your order would be.
Yes, that would be cool. I would like to see what people end up as.
The Zodiac is a Hogwarts house. Are you ready to move on to that one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
I pulled this straight from ChatGPT. So
I didn't disagree with it though, because
yeah.
Okay,
so let's start with the Slytherin house, the most misunderstood house, if you will.
Me!
I totally think I'm a Slytherin. So
I am definitely a Slytherin.
For sure. We have Slytherin are known as being ambitious, cunning. They do power plays, and they bring the pettiness to a whole nother level, right? Like that's kind of their signature. We have listed in here. We have Darius, Lionel, and Seth.
Yes.
Is there anyone you think we should add to this?
I think Lance should be in there too.
You just hate Lance though.
But I also think isn't he a Raven?
He's
He's probably in the Ravenclaws, isn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
I think he fits better as a Ravenclaw.
I just don't like him. Whatever.
I know, but I really wanted to like him. So, yeah.
What?
We have Darius we listed as heir supreme of the quote, "I'm so tortured, but I also burned down your dreams. Sorry, Ella."
Uh-huh.
Which is accurate. Ambition and loyalty to the wrong people, check. Would burn down Hogwarts if I meant proving a point. Also
Double check.
Yep. With Lionel, if Slytherin had a restraining order system in place, Lionel would be the reason why. Because Lionel's the fucking worst. And then Seth. He's cunning, he's ambitious, and he's morally slippery. He's also, if you give a Slytherin a Red Bull, that is Seth.
100%.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Gryffindors?
I can. I'm just trying to look up something real quick.
Okay.
Because, ChatGPT is good for some things, guys, but it gets confused sometimes.
Sure does.
And it puts wrong names on things. Anyway, Gryffindor. So bravery, stupidity. Oh, bravery again. Running headfirst into danger because feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely Darcy and Tory, both.
Yep.
Darcy and Tory, Xavier Acrox, which absolutely. And Geraldine. And if anybody doesn't think that Geraldine is a Gryffindor, I want to tell you why you're wrong. Because you're just wrong.
Get out. You're not allowed in here. Yeah.
For Tory, she gives off main character energy, and she is pure Gryffindor rage with a side of middle finger. Yeah, that's actually accurate.
Tory's also, we dog on Tory, but she's also very loyal, especially to Darcy. And she is.
I did not like Tory at the beginning of the series, but she grows on you because she actually grows, guys.
Yeah.
She's someone who seems to grow more as the series goes on. Loyalty, bravery, and punching first, then asking if it was necessary later.
I feel Tory to a T.
I feel like she would have brass knuckles in her back pocket.
Yeah, agreed.
And then there's Darcy, slightly more logical than Tory. Less, let's burn down the palace, and more, let's sneak in and outsmart everyone. See, Darcy could almost be a Slytherin.
Almost, but she doesn't have that cunningness to her.
Fair. And then Xavier, the heir of the Golden Retriever Chaos.
Yep. He's
a Gryffindor because he acts first, thinks second, and vibes third. I'm not sure I agree with that order, because I don't think he thinks until fifth. It is way down on his list.
He's also a character that we see some growth in later, though.
Yeah, we do. And then Geraldine, unhinged courage.
Yep.
She would definitely wear a Gryffindor scarf and cape and call it blessed regalia. Blessed or blessed? Either one. I'm no questions, guys. That's just, it is.
She's so blindly loyal. She finds her people and that's it. No questions asked.
But she has the fashion sense, guys.
Her fashion sense is, if you look at every bridesmaid's closet and all the awful bridesmaid dresses, that is her fashion.
Luna Lovegood. It's Luna.
It's Luna. For sure. All right, let's talk Hufflepuffs. They have loyalty, friendship, and the vibe until I die energy. And we have Max in this one. He is the emotional support fish. He's the dude who wants everyone to stop crying, but would absolutely give you emotional trauma with a group hug. But remember, he feeds on emotion. So there's that thing to deal with,
that's
right?
Fair.
And we have Diego. We have very different opinions about Diego on this podcast.
Yeah.
Diego tries so hard to be everyone's friend and just does not quite get there. He just wanted good vibes and maybe a snack, but he is, how do we describe Diego?
Weak.
Weak.
I mean,
in one word, yeah, it's weak.
It is,
yeah.
guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And we have Sophia, which we didn't talk about Sophia at all in our characters. So do we want to skip her entirely?
No, you can. You can include her. Sophia is the first friend that Tory makes. Yep. Because she is also in Ignis' house, and she's a Pegasus.
She's a Hufflepuff. She's very sweet. Very sweet. She's very nice. But she will snap and you won't even see it coming. Yep. Baking cookies while plotting your death. Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have Ravenclaw. Intelligence, creativity, quiet scheming, probably invented passive-aggressive Post-it notes. I support that last one.
I love them.
We have Professor Hot for Teacher, Lance Orion. We have Clara Orion, who was his sister. So basically, if you're an Orion, you're in Ravenclaw, unless you're their mom, who is a crazy bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, their mom kind of went off the rails.
Is there anybody else that you would put in Ravenclaw, though?
I gotta think about the characters.
Gabriel would make sense in Ravenclaw.
Gabriel would make sense in Ravenclaw.
So Gabriel Knox. I'm looking at the ones that we discussed just to see.
I am too.
Nope.
Of the ones we discussed, I think Gabriel.
Yeah.
Maybe Leo. I could see Leo being in the Ravenclaws.
He
no,
really
you think
just
he's more of a
gives off-
Slytherin?
No. I think he's a Gryffindor.
Think he's a Gryffindor?
Or a
I don't know if I
Hufflepuff.
agree with that.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway, if you have read the series and you want to chat with us about who belongs in which Hogwarts house,
yes,
drop it in the comments, in the chat, whatever. We would love to hear more about it.
Yes.
Because I have not read Harry Potter. I used to read it once a year, but I haven't read it for a while.
Oh, you scared me for a second there? Because you just said, I have not read Harry Potter, and I was like...
Nope, this is going to sound so morbid, but I got my grandma's set when she died. She had the whole Harry Potter collection. But she has, like, hardback and paperback, so they're, like, it's a whole mismatched set.
I need you to not judge people like me.
I don't judge, like, I get why people want the match sets, and I get why people get upset when book series don't match.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my grandma's set, so it's one of those, like, I don't want to, like, trade out any of the books, you know? And it's Harry Potter. I don't want to buy new books. So.
I actually think that I have both hardcover and paperbacks. And I have some that are signed.
Nice.
Because back in the olden days, guys, before some of you were born, they had these things called midnight releases.
Well, we just had that with Onyx Storm.
Yeah, but that was the first one that I've seen in decades. Since Harry Potter. People used to get dressed up, and there would be butterbeer, and there would be pumpkin pasties, and games and stuff for the kids.
It was a whole thing.
It was a huge thing. Like, we went to those, and we went to some Twilight ones, so I guess Twilight came out after Harry Potter, so I went to a midnight release of one of the Twilight books with Ashley. But we would pre-order our books, and you could not pick it up until midnight.
Yep.
Midnight, like, in the time zone you lived in.
It wasn't, couldn't do it, but midnight 01, you were good to go.
And then you could get the heck out.
Mm-hmm. And even like this Onyx Storm one, we went to a local bookstore for Onyx Storm. And they eventually did let us get our book early, but it had to be midnight Eastern time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice.
But yeah, if you can think of anyone who belongs in different houses, let us know. But thank you so much for listening to us, to Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials. We're on Facebook, not Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads.
If you enjoyed the episode, please rate us and review us, share us with your book besties or your booksies, and tell the world. It's the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow. Because Corks and Cauldron is a self-funded labor of love, and your support helps keep the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
Please join our Patreon community today at patreon.com/corksandcauldron, and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
If you guys have wine suggestions or cocktail suggestions you want us to make or what taste, we're down for it. There's not a lot. We will do our best to honor the requests. Our next episode is going to drop next Thursday. I know we've been kind of AWOL for a minute. We've had some illnesses. We've had some like tech things going on. So we are back in black, as they say. And we'll go back into the world of Oren and Slade.
But until then, eat,
drink,
and get lost in a good book.
Cheers!